watching news headlines on mining.com. I'm Devin Murrigan. US President Donald Trump says China will resume supplying rare earths and magnets to the US under a new trade deal. In return, American universities will once again admit Chinese students, something Donald Trump said was always fine with him. The US will impose a total of 55% tariffs on Chinese imports, while China will respond with a 10% levy. Now, a White House official says the tariffs include penalties tied to fentanyl trafficking and pre-existing trade duties. China supplies over 70% of U.S. rare earth imports, which are critical to defense, electric vehicles, and electronics. Final approval is expected once shipments begin, though key trade issues remain unresolved. Now, at the same time, a Canadian startup backed by Amazon and Microsoft is investing $25 million in a rare earth recycling plant and research center in Kingston, Ontario. Cyclic Materials says the facility will recover critical metals like neodymium and dysprosium from discarded electronics and wind turbines. The plant will process 500 tons of magnet-rich waste each year and is set to begin operations in early 2026. It marks Cyclic's first commercial-scale operation. The project follows a completed demonstration plant, also funded by the Canadian government. As global demand for rare earths soars, the company says it's building a secure, circular supply chain to reduce reliance on China. Well, at the same time, Brazil is offering nearly $1 billion in funding to jumpstart rare earth projects as countries scramble to reduce their reliance on China. A short list of strategic mineral initiatives will be unveiled shortly. The names will be drawn from over 120 proposals submitted to Brazil's Development Bank and Innovation Agency. Firms like Aclara, Viridis, and Meteoric Resources are eyeing Brazil's vast reserves, second only to China's, as a cleaner, more stable supply source. The government hopes international partners, including Japan, will help fund projects that include refining components. With trade tensions and rising demand for electric vehicles, Brazil's bid to become a major rare earth supplier is gaining momentum. Gold has cemented its place as a safe haven asset, rising sharply after soft U.S. inflation data fueled hopes of interest rate cuts. The metal jumped as much as 1.1% on the news. Analysts say further economic weakness could drive prices even higher. It's part of a broader trend that's seen gold overtake the euro as the world's second largest reserve asset, and that's according to the European Central Bank. Central banks bought over 1,000 tons last year. China, India, Poland, and Turkey led the surge, driven by geopolitical fears and efforts to reduce reliance on the US dollar. The ECB says global gold reserves are now nearing 1960-era highs, with prices hitting a record $3,500 an ounce in April. Analysts expect strong demand from central banks to keep gold prices elevated, even as markets weigh the pace of future rate cuts. Ivanhoe Mines has resumed operations at the western side of its Kakula copper mine in the Democratic Republic of Congo after severe flooding shut it down last month. The mine is part of Africa's largest copper-producing complex. It was closed on May the 18th due to seismic-triggered water inflow. New pumping systems are now in place. Ivanhoe says work has restarted safely and will expand east soon. But the company has slashed its 2025 copper production forecast by nearly 30%, citing ongoing seismic activity. Despite the setback, Ivanhoe's on-site smelter is still on track to start production by October. And that's where we leave your news headlines for now.